Hello my friends and welcome to Ian's Kitchen, my kitchen, where together we're going to do some food magic and a little bit of alchemy. Today we have this beautiful piece of organic, locally sourced, grass-fed veal. And why is it so important that it's organic, locally sourced and grass-fed? Well, the thing is that when you have the industrial veal that's been weaned off its mother's milk too early and been fed full of antibiotics, you get very, very light meat. This meat is by no means light. You can see it's worked. And there is a huge difference, let me tell you. Pale veal makes my heart bleed. It's not a good thing. So you want the good stuff, and this is the best you can get. Organic, locally sourced, and grass-fed. Here in Norway, we have a little bit of it, thankfully. And I'm going to show you how to clean this nice piece of entrecôte. And it's made up mainly of two muscles. The fillet, which is the big part, and the latissimus dorsi, which is on the outside. Now, this is one of the trickier pieces of meat to clean off because it's two pieces. A lot of people start taking off the latissimus dorsi or cutting too deep into it, and then they go like, oh shit, what do I do? Well, I'm going to show you what to do. What you want is to take off the silver skin. Why? When you cook it, the silver skin is going to become tough. One thing you should know though is that you can't go in between the latissimus dorsi and the fillet, because if not you'll just separate them. And then you'll have to use stuff like meat glue and that. Let's not go there because that's another no-no. Well, no-no. At least it's something I wouldn't like to do, especially with a beautiful piece like this one. So what do? You take your knife. Now there's two ways of doing this, two knives that I like to use. Number one is a deboning knife. This is flexible, it's very sharp, it's small so it can work itself into the different nooks and crannies. So what you do is you work your tip. This is another knife. This is a high carbon steel knife which I bought in the knife district in Tokyo. It's one of my favorite knives to use because it's very easy to sharpen and you get nice long cuts with it. So you get under your silver skin, you angle the knife slightly up and you pull it through the meat. Sometimes you're going to get a little bit of meat with you there. Doesn't really matter because we're going to use this for something else. I never ever throw away what I clean off from the entrecôte. Never, never, never! Because there's so many things you can do with it. You can slow cook it with a little bit of oil and butter in the pan until it becomes crispy, crispy, crispy. And then you put it in a food processor and you make a kind of like call it meat powder. Now that meat powder can be made into a crumble. If you mix it with a few spices, herbs, dried herbs, that kind of thing, you can make it into a crumble that then can go on top of the meat. If I have time, I'll show you how to do it. So, you don't want to take off too much. You see here? This is good. Keep it. This is a lot of flavor. The good part about the latissimus dorsi is it has a lot of marbling. So please don't start working your way through. You're going to go all the way through. You can leave a little bit on, especially now where we're going to grill this whole. It's going to be good. So, again, work the tip of your knife under the silver skin, like so. If you angle it upwards too much, you're just going to cut through the silver skin because this knife is exceptionally sharp. So just try to work along with it. Don't angle it too far up because, as you see, you cut through the silver skin. See? So just try to keep it sort of level and a little bit upward. And then we have the silver skin on this side. Now, work your knife under. Leave. Like you can see, there's a nice piece of fat here. You don't need to take that off. I love fat. Why do I love fat? It gives a lot of taste. So, here, for example, you work your knife under. And you see, we're taking off the silver skin here. Nice, in one quick movement. There's not too much meat on that either. Pretty satisfied with that cut. and we're leaving the fat there. Now, I could start working my way down here, but again, why?
Why? Why? Why? Why? Why?
I don't want that. I don't want to take away too much of this good stuff, right? So it's okay. It doesn't need to be super, super, super perfect, because a lot of it is going to crisp up on the grill on the outside. What you can't have is these long strands of silver skin, because that, I guarantee you, your guests are going to taste when they start chewing the piece of meat as though it was a piece of bubblegum. Nobody wants that. So, get on the back here, you've got a lot of fat. That's good. What you need to take off are like little bone fragments like this, which we have some bone fragments from the spine. We don't want that, so we just take it off, but not too much, because the fat is good. Little silver skin, which was accessible here, that can go off as well. And so you see, we've got this. It's not much. You can use it in stocks. You can use it in, as I said, this beautiful meat crumble, which I will show you how to make one day. You can actually pack it and freeze it, and then every time you clean a piece of meat, you just make more and more and more of this, so that you keep a larger quantity of it. And then you have your beautiful entrecôte here, with a little bit of silver skin. Actually, let's be a little more detail oriented and take off the last little bit there, like so. And there we have it. I keep on saying there we have it, and then I take off a little more. You have to resist the urge. Everybody does it. Resist the urge to take off too much meat. So here we go. This is your beautiful entrecôte. There it is. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to tie this bad boy and how to marinate it so that it tastes great on the grill. And I love to grill smoke, guys. A piece like this needs some time, needs some love, needs some taste. So stay tuned. Next video, tying and marinating. And thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one.